Hey y'all, it's your girl Nadi, aka Queen Goddess Hope, and you're now tuned in to another episode of Your Self-Care Rituals. I just have to say one thing. I cannot believe I took a 1 month vacation. Like, I literally took a 26-day vacation, and I am not happy to be back. I just wanted to come on here and check in to say hey to everybody. There are a lot of retrograde energies going on. There are a lot of things happening right now in my life, and I'm sure your life is no different. It is officially September. I can't believe Libra season is just around the corner. Shout out to all of the Virgos. I feel like I am part Virgo. We resonate with the same type of vibes, hardworking, boss babes, and shout out to y'all. But Libra season is upon us, and y'all already know that I'm a fucking Libra, so let's get this thing popping. I wanted to come on here and talk about my store. So what I plan to do is give you some behind the scenes tips, scoops, all of that. If you ever wanted to start your own drop shipping store, or if you wanted to start your own e-com store, that's basically what I'm here to show you guys in my new series, the BU times 2 series. And on this page, you'll find all of these items that I offer. It was so many items that I offered due to my spiritual awakening. And I wanted to figure out how would I be able to share my personal blueprint that helped me to become free as fuck, or to get me to this part where I'm able to wear my own apparel, things that I've designed on my own, and products and services from other small businesses that are now on my website that had helped me get to the next part in my life, which is #free as fuck. So I have a lot of items from a lot of small businesses all around the United States that have given me the opportunity to put their products on my website. And all of these products I had used during my spiritual awakening from August 2017 until present day. So here's my favorite. As you can see, this is my sage wand. It burns so good. And this is actually my rose sage. I call it my love sage because I'm all about positive vibes and happiness and pushing the vibes forward and everybody happy-go-lucky. And I really only want to be surrounded by positive energy. And people feel like that's not realistic, but it is. And if you don't like that shit, get the fuck out. Press end, but just like the video before you go. And that's it. You know what I mean? So I love to bring in positive vibes with sage. Although we know sage to clear out the negativity, but when you have these rose petals and they actually burn so nice and you speak your intentions into the air, you're able to do whatever it is that you want with your personal intention. And that's really what I love about the sage wands. I also have a smaller version for 7 chakras. I offer deodorant that is probably the best deodorant I've ever used. It is cocoa and shea butter deodorant rub, and when I tell you, it is by far the only deodorant that I will use. I've used tons and tons and tons and tons of deodorant, all natural deodorants throughout the years, and they're just so expensive and useless. I don't want to use it and 5 hours later I'm sweating under my underarm and I'll smell like a 7-year-old boy. I'm not for that at all. So I also offer Yoni Steams by Mama Mystic. I do Jamaican Gold Sea Moss. I have hair and body oils. I have these, My Life Saved. These are actually bath bombs. So these bath bombs and spiritual baths have allowed me to probably overflow my bathroom a couple of times, because it is not a good idea to smoke, do yoga, then do meditation in the shower. So, in the bath. It's definitely not a good idea. I don't recommend it to anybody, because when I tell you my ass was levitating in the bathtub, baby, I woke up, the whole floor was wet. Like, that shit is not a game, and this shit is real. But anyway, what was I talking about? So on this website, like right now, I have 2 orders that I have to fulfill from over the weekend, and starting out small. This is a brand new store that I created. I want to say sometime last year. I've been building it for about a year now, and sometimes I'm like a rush type of person. I want to get it out to the public, make as much money as possible, as fast as possible. But this time is different because the intention is different. I'm here to get a blueprint out to those who are currently going through a spiritual awakening. As we all know, the collective is awakening at a rapid pace right now. A lot of people have no idea what's going on or what's happening or why they're hurting or why these feelings of trauma are coming back up into their lives. And what I did during my entire spiritual awakening was use all of these products that allowed me to become free as fuck. It allowed me to focus on myself. It allowed me to stop putting other people before myself. It had allowed me to try something that I had no idea was going to be this result. It allowed me to go within, to heal spaces and address people and have difficult conversations with others. And honestly, it was the most freeing thing ever. And that's why free as fuck is what it is. It is an internal cleansing. It is an internal deep healing from childhood trauma. If you do not heal your childhood trauma, you'll never be fucking anything. You'll be actually mad. And nobody's gonna wanna fucking be around you. And you'll probably be by yourself. And I dated a guy who actually said that to me before. And it got to a point where I remembered that he said that to me during my spiritual awakening. And I had to cut that cord. I had to cut that tie. I had to say that energy does no longer resonate with me, because the thing is, people could say whatever the fuck they want to say to you at any time. And if you believe it, that's where the trauma comes in. That's where the bad energy comes in. That's where the negative vibes come in. That's when your reality is actually pretty fucked up. And it's no longer rainbows and stars and unicorns. You know what I mean? Like, you dictate your future. And I took my future by the horns and ran with that shit. And all the trauma is behind me. People say things to me all the time, and now I'm recognizing who are my real friends, who are not. I'm recognizing that a lot of people keep secrets to protect themselves. And there are a lot of families who actually do this for protection purposes, not realizing that we as the new generation need this information so that we can heal. These things are no longer need to be kept secret. There are a lot of people who were conceived through rape. There are a lot of people who dealt with domestic violence. There are a lot of people who have attempted suicide attempts or have discussed the ideas of suicide, have entertained them, and somehow are still thriving. So it's like, at some point, you have to think about where these ideas and where these thoughts come from. And we have to do whatever it is possible for us to get to that point where those things no longer affect us. So this channel will either be about how these products have helped us, where can we excel in our lives at this point in time in our life? How can we get to the next step? How can we leave the past in the past? So let it pass. Hint, hint. Book is 50% off on my website, BUX2.com, which is my first self-published book that I wrote 7 years ago. And it's like, that title is for real. People quote that title to me more than anything I've ever have recited to me in life. Like, people are always talking about, how did you know to write that? I don't know how I decided to come up with that title, but all I know is that your past has to be left in the past, because every day is a new day. We cannot go back to the past. I can't personally go back to yesterday, can you? Shit, because if you can, send me to fucking Mars. No, because it sounds like the whole United States is about to be in Mars. So don't fucking send me. Send me to fucking Uranus or some shit. Some shit that hasn't been discovered yet. I'll fucking go there. I'll go to the black hole. I bet you there's a whole nother life form in there. But we're not going to talk about that. But all I'm saying is, I don't want to talk about the past too much. I don't want to dwell on the past too much. The greatest gift is that we cannot go back to change anything. If you don't think that is a gift, then you're living wrong. We have to practice mindfulness, and mindfulness allows us to be present on present day. Today is September 14th, 2020. 6 months ago, I was in New Jersey and I was trying to figure out what the fuck I was doing there. And I came back for a relationship that I'm no longer in, which you can check out in the last season, about episode 2 or 3 or so, and you can hear all about that trauma. But I came back to New Jersey. I was living life in Cali. I was fucking happy, and everything happens for a reason. I had to come back to New Jersey just to make sure everything still looked the way it did in New Jersey. And it didn't. My spirit was over New Jersey, and God said, why are you still here? Where are you going to go? And I was at a point where I didn't know where I wanted to go, and I hadn't seen my mom's house in 6 years because she was always in New York. It's something about that dark place that keeps people coming back. There are a lot of people still trapped there. They don't want to fucking get out. Here I am down in the South in Alabama, bored out of my mind, but I got a mic and I got a backdrop now. I got an e-commerce store that's popping right now. I got some sage. I got yoni steams. I even got bedroom candy. I have a lot of things that I would not have been able to do in New Jersey a year later. I'm almost sure of it that I would not be in the position that I'm in right now a year ago, or if I stayed in New Jersey, it's just not fucking possible. I may not like the rural South, and no shade or anything, but you can't go from New York to the rural South. That shit is different. However, I'm here, but my business is flourishing. You know what I mean? I'm a business development specialist by trade. However, I don't want to do that forever. There has to be something that I'm going to be able to do that's going to get my business, my brand, my family to the next level. And that's this. You know what I mean? So this page will teach people how to have a second stream of income. I created a Shopify store about 7 years ago. I've had this website, BU times 2, forever. It's been so many different things. And now I found something that it's going to be forever. People know Be Unique, BU times 2. People know who I am. People know that I know a lot of people. And none of those people are me. Only I have the gift to get this to be what it is. Only God gave me the vision. God gave you a vision. Everybody has to go digital. Everybody. So if I have 7 years worth of digital experience, why am I not helping somebody else? Do I hire a lot of people right now? Yes. Did I hire people in the past? No. And right now, I'm at a point now where they can do all the stuff that takes more than an hour. All I want to do is pack up orders, write, because I am an author, and I'm not going to say the thought that came to my head, but yeah, that's what I want to do all day. You know what I mean? And I really want to provide people with personal happiness and freedom. That's what free as fuck is. Personal happiness and freedom. When I go out into the world and my energy is fucking lit, I could be in Walmart with fucking mismatch everything on, and I swear to God, I will fucking come out with somebody who is like, hey, your vibe is dope. Hey, they just want to talk to me. I don't fucking know you. I don't even know where I'm at. I'm in the fucking country. I'm in the South. I have no idea where the fuck I'm at. I found your store through Google. But yet somebody somewhere always wants to talk to me. The shit happened to me in fucking Whole Foods yesterday. Somebody followed me around the fucking store for 30 minutes just to talk to me. And I'm like, this is awesome. And it's no shade. And I'm not saying it to be a bitch because she was mad cool. But it was a learning opportunity for both of us. It allowed me to talk about my brand, and it helped me help somebody else toward veganism. Somebody always wants to talk to me. And it's because I exude that confidence. I exude that free energy. She looks approachable even though I don't fucking match. Dead ass. Don't match. I had a dashiki dress on yesterday and some black flip-flops that didn't even match. And in New York, they would have fried me for that. But in the South, I get approached. So my point is, get to a point where you're exuding a sense of freedom, and it's just ridiculously contagious. You are an attraction magnet. People can feel and sense your aura. I have a gift where I can read people's aura. I know when I should be talking to you, and I know when I shouldn't. And if you hear my stomach growling, please forgive it. I was intermittent fasting till noon for a long time, and as of late, I can't hang no more. Like, I think because for the last 26 days, I've been completely out of my personal routine, that my life is like all over the fucking place. But I'm gonna fulfill these orders right now. I'm gonna show you a little bit of behind the scenes and record how I wrap up the stuff. I would show you how Shopify looks, but I don't even know how to flip the camera. And yeah, so if I can somehow screen record or just give you like a quick showdown, then I'll definitely do that. But let me see, because I'm actually currently, I recorded a couple of videos, so all of the audio is currently up. But I have 2 orders right now at the moment, and I'm really trying to get them out today before 12. Because like I said, I was on vacation for a minute and I had a couple of orders go out prior to that. Also, to talk about some items that I offer on my website. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the website right now. Offer some products on my website. I, like I said, am a business development specialist, and I'm also a web and graphic designer. So a lot of people hire me to talk about their brand. How can they get their brand to the next level, whether it be marketing or just an overall concept of what's next. And that's a service that I provide. I do a lot of web design as opposed to anything else. And the products on the website, like I said, are geared towards self-love and self-care. So how could you go wrong with buying an incense pack for $4? How could you go wrong with buying a sage wand? How could you go wrong with buying sea moss? How could you go wrong on your spiritual journey buying things that's gonna heighten your consciousness? How could you go wrong? You can't. So check out www.butimes2.com and get some fly shit. Okay, so I actually have out all of the products, and you'll see a quick time-lapse video of me packing up the orders that I have here from Shopify, which include, it's a very small order this time, which is the unicorn hand scrub, some Nag Champa incense, and the 7 sage. So let's go. Also, make sure you check out Clothes with Words, because this visor and this tee is definitely from there. And yes, 400 years of slavery is definitely behind us, and now it's time to get shit cracking. Adios. Peace and night.